What is going on YouTube? It is your boy, and today we are back with another creative team. So basically every time you see a rain team on the ladder, it's just a hyper offense rain team. You got your Pelipper, you got your Swampert. A lot of teams will run Kingdra. Sometimes people will get creative and run Araquanid, but you really don't see, at least this generation, you don't see too many defensive rain teams. So I wanted to try that out. I wanted to see how defensive rain was this generation and play around with it. So we have Pelipper, and Pelipper is a great switch into Heatran, and that's sort of what I was thinking. That's what sparked this team. I was like, Pelipper is a pretty good switch into Heatran, but people only use Pelipper on rain teams, and I was like, oh, what if we do a Mega Scizor Pelipper team? So it's a very defensive Mega Scizor, but if you get the sword stances going, it will definitely be powerful. A Choice Specs Greninja in the rain is just stupid, not fair, and not nice at all. It just kills things. Ferrothorn is there for setting up rocks. Also, the rain helps its 4 times resistance to, or 4 times weakness to fire, just like Scizor. A Rocky Helmet, Defog Tornadus, to help check things like Kartana. We also have the Scizor, which can really help. Also helps with Landorus, you turning out into the Rocky Helmet, and a Gastrodon. And Gastrodon, I'd Toxic on a couple other things. I've Toxic on Pelipper, and you know what, I only have Toxic on one other thing. But I was like, you know what, I did have Toxic on Ferrothorn, and then I switched it to Substitute actually to help with Toxapexes, because this team doesn't deal well with Toxapex. But I can sub up on Toxapex and throw a Leech Seed on it and throw my rocks up. I don't know. Anyway, it's just a small tech to help with Toxapex. But then I was like, let's use a Cursed Gastrodon. So the team's a little silly. It's a little bit weird. Definitely not common, not the kind of team you will see very often. But I wanted to try it out, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to play with. So hoping to get a couple good games. And the idea is you want to be very defensive. So Volcarona is usually like the biggest problem for like tons of teams, but actually with Pelipper, I think Pelipper should be able to wall it pretty well, and Greninja always has Water Shuriken in the rain, which will do really well against it. Kartana is a little bit of a problem for this team, especially if it's Sword Stance Fightinium Z. We have Scizor to check it though, and Tornadus can help a little bit too. Looks like a very offensive team though. Probably Flyinium Z, Gyarados, and Mega Lottie, or it could be Choice Scarf Lottie and Mega Gyarados, but I'm pretty sure it's Flyinium Z Gyarados, to be honest. As far as leads, I think Landorus might be a lead. I could just go Pelipper and go for Toxic on whatever. I think I'm going to go Pelipper lead. So he does lead Tapu Fini, which could be a little bit of a problem for this team now that I'm looking at it. He can taunt us, he can Nature's Madness. Might just want to go out into Tornadus and start throwing off Hurricanes and knock it off. So actually goes directly into Volcarona, which is a little bit weird, because I feel like, well, one, I was in something that would stop it, and like, I don't know what I would really want to switch into on Tapu Fini. Maybe Scizor or something, but like, I like, this gives me a free Hurricane on his Latios, which is just incredible for me. The fact that he brings it out though, maybe I should have knocked off on the switch, to be honest. But the fact that he brings Latios out right away kind of makes me think that this might be a Choice Scarf Latios, because I don't know why else you would bring it out. I think I should be able to live one hit from it no matter what, so I'm going to go for U-turn. And we see that it's not Choice Scarf, and it doesn't look Mega either, unless he just decided not to Mega this turn. I don't know what to expect here. This could be a normal Z Latios, and then it could be Mega Gyarados. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I could go Scizor and U-turn out. I think I'm going to go Scizor and U-turn out. He could have Surf, I suppose. Ice Beam. Cool, just as long as he does not freeze me, we should be good. And U-turn on whatever he wants to switch into, because there's no way he stays in right now. So you see Landorus come out, and we will get to see a little bit of information about this Landorus right now. So let's see. Who would I want to go to? I think I can just go Tornadus here. He doesn't deal with Tornadus well at all. So we don't see any item from the Landorus, which means he could theoretically be Yachi Berry. He only took 10%. Ooh, I'm getting... Whew. Sorry, that's an alarm. I'll deal with that later. But could have Stone Edge on this. Otherwise, could just be U-turn. I think I'm going to go Ferrothorn just to scout for the Stone Edge because that could be a little bit dangerous. He's actually Z Landorus, Z Supersonic Sky Strike, which does a ton of damage to me. That's a little bit upsetting, but like it's not the end of the world. Like I think I'd rather have like this is probably one of the best things on my team to take it. Honestly, my Gastrodon isn't looking too helpful in this match. But I think I'll just go for some Stealth Rock in case he wants to stay in. Decides to stay in and knock off. Let me calc this real fast because I don't have any special attack on my Tornadus, but it's an offensive Landorus and he's already down some HP. Really sucks that, yeah, Hurricane's not going to kill him from there, but we can go into Greninja, and his Greninja switches are not good at all. So, I mean Tapu Fini. But Tapu Fini in the rain is going to take a lot from Hydro Pump still. So, Hydro Pump comes out. Yeah, 36, like that's pretty good damage, honestly. I expect a Moonblast to come out here. I think Tornadus is my play on Tapu Fini. Calm Mind Tapu Fini, so that's interesting. I think we should be able to deal with this okay. Like I think Gastrodon should do okay versus this. I want to knock it off because I want to get rid of its leftovers. Yeah, Hydro Pump can hurt, but I think especially defensive Gastrodon, like if Gastrodon doesn't wall a whole lot of this team, so if it's going to wall something, I feel like this Tapu Fini is going to be the thing that it walls. So Moonblast, yeah, it does a lot, but not the end of the world, and we can Earthquake, couple hit KO. Unfortunately, I'm trying to think if Gastrodon's going to be helpful for anything else. No, yeah, Gastrodon's like a little bit of fodder for the rest of the team. Thankfully, he gets a crit there. I don't know how much that's going to matter, but thanks, Gastrodon. That was kind of nice. So he's already used Z move, so that makes me think this is a Choice Scarf Kartana. So I think I'm going to go Tornadus, because I do kind of want to keep my Scizor pretty healthy. So Leaf Blades there into my Rocky Helmet, and I can knock off or I can Hurricane. So let's see, what are his Hurricane switches? Tapu Fini would die to 2 Hurricanes. Latios. I don't know what he'd want to switch in here. I think he just has to sack something here. I'm going to go for Hurricane. Unfortunately, miss. And he hits me with the Smart Strike. So, really unfortunate miss for us there. Let's just check if a U-turn will kill this thing right now. So, Kartana. I guess it's Swords Dance, but not... Yeah, so unfortunately, a U-turn won't kill him. Let's just hope we hit this Hurricane. All right, thank you. I appreciate that, because I really needed to hit that. So Tapu Fini comes out. I'm going to U-turn back into my Gastrodon. We get health back on my Tornadus, which is nice, and he does not have the boosts anymore. So, should I recover or should I just go for the Earthquake damage? If I were him, Volcarona might be the move right now. It's also not Z move Volcarona, which is nice. Or it's just double Z. So, a little bit tempted to just go for Ice Beam. I think I might also just want to double, though. So, Volcarona or Gyarados is his play. I think you would try to go Gyarados and go for game right now, to be honest. I don't think you stay out here and Moonblast with your Tapu Fini. And if he does, I think Tornadus should be able to take 1. So what I'm going to do is go Tornadus on this play. I think you should double out. Stays in and Moonblasts. Unfortunate, but I can U-turn out on this play as well. Should be about the exact same health with my Tornadus. But like, I can't have my Gastrodon out here versus something like the Volcarona and just like let that set up. I mean, maybe if I start cursing, I could just win against the Gyarados. Not really though. I'm gonna make the play back into Tornadus, yeah, because I do think he should have switched out there. I think he should have switched out the first time. I'm just easy Hurricane. Don't want to let this guy set up. And he has Citrus Berry. Okay, so I want to keep my Tornadus around because it outspeeds a lot of his team. Pelipper should do a pretty good job of walling this Volcarona, hopefully, and if not, I can kill it with a Water Shuriken. So, Scald or Toxic? I think Scald in the Rain will do more. So it does have Giga Drain, but Scald does a ton, yeah. So as long as he doesn't get like a high roll this turn, we should... I spoke and it happened. Exactly how it always happens. But we do have Water Shuriken. So as unfortunate as that is, we can still Water Shuriken this, and we're not playing around. Like, I'm just gonna click Water Shuriken because we're not playing around with Volcarona. So Gyarados comes out. So I guess this is Mega Gyarados because it's Mega Gyarados because he already had a Z move on something else, and I don't think you'd run normal Gyarados without Z Fly. No, it's a matter of what do I go into to not let him set up. Like, I don't know if I should stay out here and Water Shuriken again to... Let's calc how much it does. So Mega Gyarados versus... Oh, why? I need to type in Gyarados. So Mega Gyarados, OU Dragon Dance versus Greninja. And we are currently in the rain. Water Shuriken will only do about 30%. But if I can keep him low enough so that Scizor can come in and revenge kill him, then Tornadus should be able to win the game versus everything else, I think. I think that's my play. So Water Shuriken to try to prevent the setup, because I think he should Dragon Dance, or I think he's going to Dragon Dance here. So Water Shuriken again, and then hopefully, so this should prevent him from Dragon Dancing a second time, and then Scizor should be able to take one and U-turn. Right, so Gyarados Mega versus Scizor Mega. Unfortunately, we're in the rain though, so maybe that was a dumb play. So Mega Gyarados in the rain at +1 does 67 to 78. Oh, I gotta go now because I don't want to die to timer. And Bullet Punch into Bullet Punch, or I can U-turn. I think I'm gonna U-turn because I'm pretty sure I should live one. Yes, we do live one as long as we don't get flinched. Really, really unfortunate. Okay, the way I could have prevented that is if I Bullet Punched twice. If I Bullet Punched twice, that wouldn't have been a factor. So let's go Gastrodon, and pretty sure Gastrodon doesn't live this. So Gastrodon, please. Nope, yep. So unfortunately, we lose to a flinch there because Tornadus would have been able to secure the bag. Oh, maybe Tornadus can still do it, if we're lucky. Because we were faster than this Latios. I should have gone Tornadus first. Oh, I could have still won if I went Tornadus first. So misplays by me. I was getting caught up because of the timer, and I really didn't want to lose to timer. And I'm talking, and it's distracting me. So, as always, you know, it's not a Lambo Pokemon live without chokes, right? If we're not choking, we're not playing. So it literally always happens to me on lives. Maybe Garrett or maybe Gastrodon can put in some work after he gets a curse up or something. But we see a Shuckle here. You don't F with Shuckle. So I'm actually going to lead my Greninja, I think. If he leads Shuckle, I'm pretty sure 2 Hydro Pumps should be able to kill him. Or I could also throw up a bunch of spikes, and there is my timer again. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. So Hydro Pump into Hydro Pump so I can get my Ash form. And he also really does not switch in well to it. But I would love to... He's not even sturdy, Shuckle. Not even sturdy. So Greninja comes out there. I think I'm just going to go Gastrodon. Probably Choice Scarf the way he brought it in. Yeah, so it is Choice Scarf Gren probably. And then Tornadus wants to knock off my item, question mark. There's not really anything that I want to bring in right now. Gastrodon can be good against the Gengar, but I have other checks to that, I think. Gastrodon probably doesn't do well against the Garchomp. Gastrodon's good for things like Tapu Koko and stuff. So what I'll do is just recover here, seeing what he wants to do. So yeah, knocks off my item. And he lost some HP, so he is a Life Orb Tornadus, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to Ice Beam here, because he's probably Superpower as well, but Ice Beam will do a lot. And Hurricane, as long as he doesn't... Yeah, I don't want to switch anything into this, and I don't think I need my Gastrodon. Well, Gastrodon's good against the Greninja, I guess. Is there anything else that isn't really helpful on this team? Scizor is always putting in the most. I can go my own Tornadus. That's a speed tie. I can go Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn should be able to check the Greninja. Yeah, I'm going to go for Ice Beam again. And if he doesn't get the roll, then I get to kill his Tornadus, which is cool. Like, Gastrodon is good for this Greninja, but what's also good for this Greninja is my Ferrothorn, so that's fine. I will recover just in case he like throws up spikes or something. But he U-turns out of there. If he goes... Alright, he goes Gengar. So I mean, this could be Choice Scarf Gengar. It very well could be Choice Scarf Gengar. So kind of what I want to do is go Greninja into Ferrothorn, I think, just to kind of see what he would want to do. And I think, like, I kind of just want to throw Water Shurikens out, but Greninja can win this game. So if he stays out and attacks, pretty sure he's Choice Scarf. If not, I mean, Ferrothorn, yeah. So we see Thunderbolt come out there. So I guess that was a pretty good scout on my part. I just want to go for... I want to put up Stealth Rocks because Stealth Rocks might be the difference between some Water Shuriken kills and some Water Shuriken non-kills. So Garchomp comes out here. Probably has... Alright, so no matter what, Tornadus should be able to revenge kill him. Ferrothorn is helpful for checking the Greninja, so don't throw it away. I like Pelipper because Pelipper stops, or Pelipper sets up rain for a Greninja sweep at the end of the game. I think I'm going to go Tornadus. I think Tornadus should be able to live one, and if he does something like Swords Dance, I can come out here and hopefully Hurricane him. But I'm pretty sure he has Fire Fang. I'm pretty sure he's like Dragonium Z Fire Fang, which sucks that he gets the kill on me, but you know, that happens. And Greninja should be able to come out here and finish him off. But I just want to be extra double careful because I don't want to keep making stupid plays like I always do. Just always. So Greninja Dark Pulse I think is my best play because Dark Pulse does not miss. And it covers pretty much every switch he can make. If he goes into his own Greninja, that's fine. Pretty clear that he's going for a U-turn right here. Ferrothorn would let in the Garchomp. Pelipper. I don't know. I don't know about this player. I think I can go Pelipper on the U-turn. And then I think Scizor should check the Gardevoir pretty well. Ferrothorn should as well, especially if rain is up. So what I'm going to do is go Pelipper on the U-turn here. This could let... So, I mean, I think if anything, he would want to go Gengar here. But if he goes Gengar, I'm just going to go into my Ferrothorn. Because I don't think Gengar can really hurt my Ferrothorn, even with Shadow Ball. I mean, Shadow Ball does a lot. Wow, holy cow. And he gets the Spadef drop, which is not cool. Not cool at all, dude. Not happy about you doing that. Greninja should be able to eat a Shadow Ball easily. Is he? He might be Choice Specs, because that did a lot. Probably not. I'm probably just giving Gengar too little credit. Let's see. Ash Greninja in the rain versus a Gengar OU offensive Choice Specs, I guess. A Water Shuriken in the rain should do 80 to 96, so that's a roll. I think I'm going to go Pelipper. So he goes Garchomp. So I was going to go Pelipper to get U-turn chip. We see Garchomp come out here. So I get a slow U-turn off into anything. And I think I should be able to eat any hit because they don't really run like Thunderfang. I think they learned Thunderfang, but like, I think even if he outrages, I think I'll live that, yeah. So he outrages, I get to live that, thankfully. How much is his Greninja at? His Greninja's not at much, and this is kind of setup fodder for Scizor right now. So I'm actually going to go Scizor and just start Swords Dancing up. Hopefully he gets a 3-turn Outrage. Unfortunately, does not get a 3-turn Outrage, but I'm pretty sure I can just Bullet Punch through the rest of the team now. I'm pretty sure that kills, yeah. That should kill Garchomp. Should definitely kill Scizor and should kill Gardevoir. Like, Gengar, I'm pretty sure Gengar goes down. Like, Scizor is a big, beefy boy. So 0, and I'm not adamant, unfortunately, for the situation. Just literally anything that's not minus attack. Yeah, oh my gosh, Bullet Punch does a metric ton to this. With 0 attack investment, at +2, it always KOs Gengar from full. So yeah, we had a pretty good matchup against his team. And we just break into the 16. I mean, the only time I ever play on this account is... I don't get to play Mons nearly as much as I want to because I'm working a lot now and stuff. So like, I mean, 1600's fine for how much I play, I guess. Let's see. Interesting team, honestly. He's got 3 lower tiers on it. I wonder why he's running a Kyurem over like a Kyurem Black. I'm trying to establish my game plan. Thinking the only thing on his team with rocks is Lando, so either Scarf Rocks or, Scarf Rocks, or I think it might be defensive, to be honest. Just basing off his team build, he doesn't really have much to handle a Zygarde. Toxapex is a problem, like I said at the beginning, and let's see. Leads, I think a good lead for him is Greninja, maybe. I think Ferrothorn is just an all-around best lead for me. And he does lead Toxapex, so I'm going to kind of want to get up my rocks, kind of just want to throw off a Leech Seed on this. I'm going to throw up my rocks first. So it does throw off a Toxic Spike. It can be annoying for my team, definitely. But I can come out and get rid of those later, and Kyurem comes out, which is a little bit peculiar. Makes me think this is HP Fire Kyurem. Like Ice Beam, Earth Power, HP Fire. And I don't want anything getting poisoned. So Ferrothorn is probably one of my best checks to Toxapex, but Ferrothorn is also set a bait for Reuniclus, really. I think I should live in HP Fire. So normal Ferrothorn set the OU Hazard setter versus a Kyurem. HP Fire, yeah, HP Fire will not kill me, and I'm pretty sure Gyro Ball will kill him. Goes Reuniclus. Okay. Reuniclus is a problem for the team, a little bit. So I'm going to go hard Scissor just because Signal Beam. Huh. Please don't get confused, but what? I guess he might have Signal Beamed on my Greninja switching, possibly? That's a weird... I guess it's for dark types. That's really, really annoying that I hit myself in confusion there. I would have really liked to be able to switch out. I'm going to go Tornadus and knock this thing's item off and possibly get rid of these hazards. I kind of want to leave them out for a little bit. What are the things? The only thing that get hit by the hazards are Greninja and Gastrodon. Honestly, Gastrodon wins this game, which is really funny. I'm going to knock off first, though, because I don't like this Toxapex having recovery, because this is a pretty weak team versus Toxapex, and then I can just defog these after. So, thanks for coming out to play Gastrodon, but no more hazards. And I can set them up later pretty easily. Gastrodon wants to probably Toxic. So I can go Ferrothorn. I actually don't have Power Whip, which is really bad against this Gastrodon. He actually has Ice Beam too, which is funny because my Gastrodon also has Ice Beam on it. He hasn't seen Sub, so if he switches out right now though, I'm going to Leech Seed just in case he stays in. Yeah, so he goes Toxapex. I don't want to show him Sub, because I don't want him to know that his Gastrodon walls me. So I'm going to throw up... he's just going to throw up his hazards right now, though, which is not cool. So Toxic Spikes. I'm going to go into my Tornadus, because I can threaten the Defog, and I can also Hurricane. And again, like most teams, like things don't switch in well to Hurricane. So I'm trying to decide. I'm not like super pressured to defog these, so I'm gonna Hurricane on the Kyurem switch in. Unfortunate, we miss, and we see it's leftovers, so I know I'm faster than it. I know I can U-turn out. This puts me in a little bit of a hard place though, because I really would have liked to hit that Hurricane, and I really would have liked to not get hit in confusion earlier. I think I have to go Scizor to Bullet Punch him. I could go Ferrothorn. I think I'm going to go Ferrothorn to Gyro Ball. If he has HP Fire though, he'll probably go for that. So I will Gyro Ball him, or I will Leech Seed. I'm going to Leech Seed, expecting a switch out. Actually, subs. So that's interesting. Sub Roost Earth Power. Probably the set. And he can stall me out of Gyro Balls, which is actually lame. I don't like the sound of that. So, decides to Roost. Definitely should have subbed, because now you're out of sub range and I can Gyro Ball again. But he definitely switches out here, I think, because you don't just throw away your Kyurem like that. I'm going to Leech Seed, because he can't sub right now. Roosts. You would have lost your Kyurem. Like, my Gyro Ball did 82 to you. I don't agree with that play. Gyro Ball on the sub, maybe? Goes Lando. He just threw away his Kyurem like that. Really weird play. Really weird play. I can go Torn here. if this is his rocker, yeah, I don't want to throw up my rocks because I'm just going to defog them away right now. I'm going to go Tornadus. Good play on his part. Really strong double switch out. Going out to his Kyurem. But now I know that I'm pretty darn sure he's not HP Fire. I'm pretty sure he's Earth Power. Which means Scizor can come out here and wall this boy. And I'm going to roost so I can stay at high health. I was willing to risk that it wasn't HP Fire because I feel he would have used it before. So I can U-turn out here, go into my Tornadus. This is a fatter team, so this is just like one of those matchups, you know. He's going to try to get a burn on my Tornadus. And I will get rid of these hazards because I don't like them here. As he continues to try to burn me, he gets it that time. I mean, it's a matter of time. And can I hit my Hurricanes? Oh, we get a critical hit on the Hurricane, which is really big. Really, really big. I'm going to defog here and then U-turn out, I think. So we know his Gastrodon has Ice Beam. Which means he might not have Toxic. So goes Toxapex there. His Toxapex does not have Toxic, so I can actually go to my own Gastrodon and start hitting this thing with Earthquakes. So he can set up his spikes, but that will be a 2-hit KO. So he would want to go into something that can take an Earthquake. If he goes Landorus, he's going to get hit by an Ice Beam. If he goes Kyurem, he will also get hit by an Ice Beam. Can't get frozen, but we can go Scizor on his Kyurem every single time because we know he is not HP Fire. And if he is HP Fire, he is just the best at hiding this ever. Probably roosts here. And most definitely switches out here. So it's like a stalling Kyurem, wastes PP. It's annoying, but it is. Once I can start getting my Greninja out here, and once I get my Ash form, Greninja's going to be able to Dark Pulse through this team really well. I want to hit this thing with a Hurricane. Please land the Hurricane. This Kyurem is so frustrating. Like, literally every time it comes out, it's wasting my PP. It's making bad, like, sooner or later he's gonna freeze me. If I would have just double Gyro Ball, like, he would have lost his Kyurem. Like, I bet he's gonna risk it right now. Why do you risk that? There's no way he risks it now. So I'm gonna roost here. This man is like throwing away his Kyurem. I'm so confused by this. I'm gonna Swords Dance on his Toxapex. Like, he's wasting my PP and it's so frustrating. So there's a Toxic Spike out right now, so I don't want to go into Gastrodon. So I can U-turn, that'll do not very much. I want to go Tornadus, I want to get away these Toxic Spikes. I can defog, and then he goes Kyurem, but I can go to my Scizor, which is fine. Like, if he was in my position right now, I bet this guy would Hurricane. This guy would absolutely Hurricane in my position right now. And of course he gets the Spadef drop. Why wouldn't he get the Spadef drop? So if I Swords Dance, I'm pretty sure I would kill him. How much did my Bullet Punch do to him earlier? So Bullet Punch did 58. I'll Bullet Punch into Bullet Punch, I think. Yeah, because I'll live that, and I can roost up on things later. But this isn't gonna kill. That's so annoying. This is just the most annoying Kyurem to ever do it. And I'm about to run out of Gyro Balls, so that is lame. Wastes my last Gyro Ball, which I can't believe this Kyurem is alive. Like, This Kyurem is defying all odds right now. I mean, Gastrodon even might be able to wall this thing. I don't have Scald though, so if he freezes me, I'm in like deep doo-doo. I gotta go Gastrodon on this now because my Scizor is low. Because he got the freaking drop on me. So Roost's there. I think so long as I don't get frozen, I should be okay against this thing. I should be able to break his sub with an Earthquake now, I think. And I think he switches out here. He could play a stall game with me. I want this thing so bad to be dead. I can't believe... I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. He can pretty much waste all of my Earthquakes. Isn't this such a dumb Pokemon? Out here doing dumb stuff. I could double into Greninja and start Dark Pulsing. Because I don't want to lose all my PP on Earthquake. I'm gonna Earthquake one more time on a sub. And then I'll go Greninja this time. Because, like, I have to do something so that he doesn't completely waste all my PP. If he stays out, I can maybe get a Dark Pulse flinch. Thank you. Thank you for gracing me. Please stay out again. Stay out again. Please. It's just been an annoying match so far. His own Greninja, I'm feeling like this is Choice Scarf right now, the way he brought it out. So, U-turn Ash Greninja. Landorus comes out. Do we know what the Landorus is? Could be Z-move. I'm thinking that might be what it is. I'm going to go Pelipper in case this is Z-move. So Stealth Rock's up there, and we don't see an item. I'm thinking this is a Z-move Landorus, which means I kind of have to pick one. And I think Pelipper might be the worst member. Alright, so goes Gastrodon. Interesting. Probably doesn't realize that I have Toxic, which is incredible to get a Toxic off on this Gastrodon. And the only thing he can do is Ice Beam me. At least that's what it looks like. So, or maybe thought Tornadus was coming, I don't know. But I deal with this well. I beat this 1v1. So, if he goes Kyurem though, this is annoying. I want to get these rocks away. I kind of want to, like, I want to stay out. I'm going to stay out and just roost. Does have Toxic on his Gastrodon. I was thinking maybe since he was Ice Beam, he wouldn't have Toxic on his Gastrodon. But, guess that was a wrong assumption. I can slow U-turn into something. Well, he's slower than me, actually. So I'm going to U-turn, goes Kyurem. So I get this U-turn off on it. And I can't go Scizor. Unfortunately, I think my only play is to go Greninja. Honestly, like, I don't see... My only play is to go Greninja here. So, I kind of just have to hope I flinch this thing down, that, like, he stays out here or something. Yeah, so, have to hope for a flinch. If I would have Gyro Balled like a not idiot earlier, it would have been fine. We wouldn't have had to do this, but thankfully we end up getting it. Probably goes Toxapex now. Yeah. Also, if we would have hit some Hurricanes on that earlier, it would have been easier to take down. Toxapex is Fizz Def, which means I take care of this 1v1. Yeah, you can scald me. Please don't burn. He gets the burn. Obviously, why wouldn't he get the burn on this? But Dark Pulse kind of runs through this thing. Should go Gastrodon here. Should not sack the Toxapex, which means I can go Scizor and get my Roost up on Gastrodon. Goes Greninja. Really not good for me at all. Especially since he gets in his Kyurem now. Oh my gosh! This is such a frustrating match to play. I'm gonna go Gastrodon. Dark Pulses, yeah, I ate that up thankfully. And I could curse. What? I think like he should double out here. What would he? I think he doubles out to Kyurem right now. But if I go Greninja on his Kyurem right now, I need to get rid of these rocks so bad. So I can get my Scizor back in and roost with my Scizor. Roosting with my Scizor is like huge right now. I'm gonna Earthquake. Reuniclus comes in. Okay. Reuniclus means he's Signal Beam Psyshock. I'm gonna go Tornadus and get these rocks off because I really need these gone. He's probably gonna Calm Mind here. So Defog goes away. Psyshocks me, does a ton. Thankfully we lived that and we can U-turn out, but I'm gonna U-turn out, and that does no damage. Oh, I'm burned though. That makes sense. This Reuniclus is getting to the point where it just beats me. Like, I need to get my Scizor in, but I need to get it in safely. So yeah, he Signal Beams there. I think he Calm Minds here. I really think he Calm Minds here. If he Calm Minds, I can go Scizor. Either that or Psyshock. But he might live one Dark Pulse from Greninja. So Reuniclus, UU Defensive Calm Mind versus Greninja, but before I Mega Evolve. So only 103 special attack, and Dark Pulse will still kill. So I'm gonna go Greninja here because he either Calm Minds again or Psyshocks. Nice. So we get the Dark Pulse off, and that should not kill his Reuniclus, and we lose. Well, we don't definitely lose yet, because we get to roost with our Scizor, which is just the biggest thing ever. How did I calc that wrong? Oh, I forgot. I'm so dumb. Oh, gosh. So Toxapex gets to come out here. I'm going to U-turn into my Ferrothorn and get up a Leech Seed. Goes for Scald Burns on me. Of course he gets it. Why wouldn't he get it? And I will double Leech Seed on the Reuniclus coming out, actually. So that lets my Scizor get back in, and Scizor gets to roost again, which is huge for walling the Kyurem. So that's great. And I can U-turn out here, get in my Ferrothorn, so we're not out of it yet. But honestly, I didn't have many other plays against that Reuniclus. I could have sacked something else, but I needed to get my Scizor in to roost. So Leech Seed on Reuniclus, that's fine. just so long as it is not Curum getting to come in for free. And U-turn on the incoming Toxapex. Get in Tornadus and Hurricane on the incoming Curum. He should think, alright, or stay in, that's fine. U-turn into Ferrothorn. So Gastrodon comes out here. Gastrodon is Ice Beam, Toxic, gotta be Earthquake, I think. I think this thing has to be Earthquake. Going out into my Scizor because I don't think he has Scald. I really, really, really hope and don't think he has Scald. So I'm going to Sword Stance. Yeah, it goes Toxapex. Scizor can easily win this game if I can get in, get him up to plus something. If I can get him up to +4, goes for Haze actually, which is interesting. Gonna U-turn back out into something, just Regenerator, healing up my Tornadus, and catching him in the Vortex. So, gonna play fast here because that's what I need to do right now. Get my Regenerator back up on my Tornadus. Hurricane on the Toxapex. Hopefully hit itself in Confusion. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Which is huge because now I get to Hurricane again. Reuniclus coming out. Of course he dodges it. Super frustrating. But get to U-turn out into my Scizor and do it all again. So Scizor eats that like Thanksgiving dinner. U-turn on the Toxapex. Get in my Tornadus, which is now almost back at full, which is incredible. Defog away the hazards. And U-turn into my Gastrodon, which can easily wall this Toxapex. I can double out into my Scizor on the Curum. Yeah, so we double out into the Scizor on the Curum. Sword Stance in case he stays in. Decides to go Toxapex. Has he shown Scald yet? Yeah, he has shown Scald. U-turn into Tornadus. Tornadus can defog away the hazards and eat the Scalds for days. I'm actually going to Hurricane in case he wants to go Curum on this play. This match would have been so much easier if I would have never had to deal with that Kyurem. So I will defog here and U-turn into my Gastrodon. Toxic Spikes are fine. Would he... I'm going to Earthquake right away. If he goes Kyurem, this might take a good amount, hopefully. Yeah, so 27 on the Earthquake. That lets him get up a Roost, I guess. Scizor can actually wall this again, so what I'm going to do is go Kyurem and start getting at my rocks, because I'm forcing him to switch a lot, and I need my rocks to start chipping away at him. So he can sub on me, that's fine. But I get up my Stealth Rocks, and I can deal with him with my Scizor. So long as he doesn't get a bunch of special defense drops or anything, we should be okay. I will Roost. And then I'll Bullet Punch into... yeah, so Scizor like sort of checks this, but not that great. So I'll Bullet Punch into Bullet Punch. Because if he stays in, he loses his Kyurem. If he goes to Toxapex, I have to... goes Landorus, actually. Which is fine. Please don't be a Rocky Helmet or something. Not Rocky Helmet, but I don't get the kill on it. So Pelipper on the Landorus, and sets up his rocks, which is about what I expected. I will Scald on this. He can bring out his Gastrodon, I suppose, but his Gastrodon is toxic. I'm also toxic, but that's how the cookie crumbles. And this is the freaking longest live, and it's 2 games long. We're on turn 106. This is... If we would have gotten rid of that Kyurem, this would have been such an easy game. Oh my gosh. So, hopefully we can get a Scald on this Toxapex, or a Scald Burn on this Toxapex, rather. So, Roost on Toxic Spikes or Scald, and then I can U-turn into Tornadus next turn. That leaves me with a little bit extra health. I can also U-turn into... No, I shouldn't. I have to get rid of... Yeah, so his Kyurem doesn't die on Switch In right now, unfortunately. Even with the Stealth Rock up, because he's at 27%. So I will stay in, get rid of those rocks, and then we are back in a U-turn cycle. Woot woot. Let's go. So go Gastrodon. Sets up his Toxic Spikes. I'll Earthquake right away. If he goes Kyurem, hopefully this will like crit or something, please. Oh my gosh, does 27. And thank the freaking Lord, because that Kyurem was the most annoying thing to ever hit this planet. I can't go hard Scizor, unfortunately. I'll go Tornadus and Defog, and I might have to sack my Tornadus. But now that Kyurem is gone, my Gastrodon wins the game, I think. Kyurem and then get rid of Reuniclus, and then my Gastrodon should win the game. So really good switch going into his Greninja there, because that forces me to... well, I guess that just forces me to go on my Ferrothorn. I was going to say, he wants to force my Gastrodon out on the Toxic Spikes. But thankfully, he won't be able to do that. So I can make a really, really risky play to get my Scizor in right now. But I think he goes Reuniclus. There's no way he stays out in double Ice Beams. And he stays out in double Ice Beams. But we live on 1 HP. Holy guacamole. I'm going to go Ferrothorn. And I don't think he stays out this time, at least. If I'm a man, I go into Scizor again. If I'm a man, I go into Scizor again. But that also loses me the game. I'm going to Leech Seed. Yeah, I knew it, dude. I knew it. I should have just trusted my gut. But it was too risky of a play, was the issue. So I'm going to go Tornadus, get off the hazards. Yeah, so I might just sack my Tornadus to get these away. And this also will let me get in my Scizor and Roost up, which is like... Scizor and Gastrodon are 2 of the most important things for winning this game. So Toxapex comes out. I really don't want my Gastrodon getting Toxixed. What was I even saying? I only have 4 Earthquakes left. What is this? I'm gonna go for Curses. Because Signal Beam's gonna do no damage to me. But I'm also gonna do no damage to him. He can get my Gastrodon out on Toxic Spikes now, but I only have 4. I only have 4 Earthquakes left. How do I beat this Toxapex? I will... I could go for Ice Beam Freeze, but that's such a cheese way to win this. I could Earthquake this, but how much? Like if I get to +4 against this, he can also just come out to Toxapex and Haze. So if I get to like, I don't know, +4 against Reuniclus, like yeah, it's a 2-hit KO if I get to like +6. So Psyshocks and crits me right away. A little bit annoying, but as long as he doesn't double crit, it should be fine. Especially with like the boosts and stuff, because like his Psyshock is going into a curse boost. So if he lets me get up to +6, I will 2-hit KO this. Kind of want to force him to recover, but I'm gonna go for +6. At any point, he can easily go into his Toxapex and haze me because I'm gonna be way super slower than him. But well, that actually does a lot. How much did it do though? 35.2. I can recover stall that. So I recover on that all the time. How much did it do? Less than 85. So I'm gonna Earthquake. And holy macaroni. Earthquake will take this thing out, thankfully. Goes Landorus, which is fine. I can Ice Beam this, or I can predict him in Earthquake on his Toxapex. I only have 2 Earthquakes left, though. I'm gonna Ice Beam. Ice Beam on his Reuniclus, and we freeze him. Oh my goodness. This is the most annoying game I've ever played. He easily comes out and hazes now, though. Holy, I don't think he realizes that he can just come out and haze. Like, what are you doing? Haze me, dude. Like, why weren't you hazing before? I wanted to save my Earthquake for the Greninja, because if I don't have Earthquake, I don't think I even check the Greninja anymore, which is really annoying. So I'm actually going to go Ferrothorn here and set up my Leech Seed. Yeah, next time Gastrodon comes out, I get really bad poisoned, but I can Leech Seed on the Landorus, which will give me back a little bit of health, and will keep this Landorus low. And I don't want to give him a free Greninja switch in, especially not with Pelipper. So I don't want to go Pelipper right now, but he Earthquakes right now. I guess I could go Gastrodon. He could also switch out. I'm gonna go Gastrodon. So this will give me the big boy poison. Okay, so sets up his rocks. Smart play. I'm gonna go for a curse in case he goes into Toxapex. And I'm actually not going to Earthquake him right now. I think I'm going to go back into my Ferrothorn and set up another Leech Seed. have to be careful because I only have a couple leech seeds as well. And I have 4 leech seeds left. So I'm going to set up my rocks first. Because rocks will make sure that the Landorus dies on switch in. And now I will leech seed the Greninja. Please hit through. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fairthorn. You are just an A player on this team. An A player. I'll go Gastrodon so the Landorus can, or so the Fairthorn can keep health. Goes Toxapex there. I can go for Ice Beam. Hazes, yeah, it's kind of a PP stall match now. If I can get him to use all his Scalds. This is the worst game of Pokemon I've ever played in my life. This is terrible. Ferrothorn only has 3 more Leech Seeds. I'll go for Ice Beam again. Eventually, Toxic is going to start taking its toll. Same with my Pelipper's Toxic. I don't want to go Pelipper though, because I don't want to give him massive damage with his Greninja. So I'll go for another Ice Beam. His Toxapex literally cannot touch me. The only thing it can do is Toxic Stall me. So I will recover now. Yeah, so Toxapex recovers. I'm gonna go Ferrothorn. He hazes. No, I think he could do 2 things here. So we're gonna be slower than this Toxapex. He might sack his Landorus and waste a Leech Seed to go into Greninja, or he could Scald, I suppose. I'm gonna substitute. Nice. Give me that tasty play. Tasty plays. So that keeps me at really low health, but if his Greninja comes in here, I get 2 Leech Seed it, and we still have 3 Leech Seeds, which is awesome, and thankfully we hit that, because if we didn't, we would be in big doo-doo. So Gastrodon here. 1 more, or 2 more switch-ins. 2 more switch-ins, and then his Greninja dies to rocks. So I'll recover here. He has to waste his PP with Toxic Spikes and stuff. Ice Beam still don't want to go out into my, what's it called? Oh, there's an ant on my table. Still don't want to go out into my Pelipper because I don't want to give him the rain. And I will... Still going to save my Earthquake, I think. I'll save it for when he's sleeping 1 turn, I think. I'll recover here. I'm gonna go Scizor and U-turn on my Gastrodon. If he Scalds right now, just play of the century. Play of the century read. We are at turn 155. This is so frustrating. so frustrating. I wish I would have... We've actually played 3 games, I just realized. I was gonna say, I wish I won the first game. I realized we won the second game. Probably Scalds here. But we can always roost against Toxapex, so I'm not in a big rush to roost this turn. Yeah, so Scalds. I just wanted to reset the Toxic timer, waste a little bit more of his PP. But he has just like endless hazes. So Ferrothorn, how much does a Ferrothorn take from a Toxapex Scald? So Ferrothorn, OU Hazard Setter from a Toxapex Scald. So I'm going to be taking rocks, and then I have 2 Leech Seeds left. I want to save 1 Leech Seed for when it's just Toxapex left on the field, because I think that's how I beat it. Which means I have to hit both of my Leech Seeds. How much does Earthquake do? I think he probably recovers this turn. If I Leech Seed on the Greninja switch in, the Greninja dies. And if I Leech Seed on the Toxapex and he stays in, that's also good. But what if I miss my Leech Seed is the issue. So yeah, it recovers there. I will Ice Beam him. We could also get a Freeze, which would force him to use a Scald, which would be cool, but like, that's not huge by any stretch of the imagination. So Toxic Spikes. I go Scizor. I also need to keep my Gastrodon at enough health to check his Greninja. Sort of, because I can also just Bullet Punch with my Scizor. But he also has Water Shuriken because he's Ashgren, so maybe not. So I do need to keep my Gastrodon alive. I can't just sack my Gastrodon. So get Gastrodon back up to full. I go... I'm gonna have to do this sometime. I'm gonna go Ferrothorn. I have to hit my Leech Seed. Like, I have to hit this Leech Seed so bad right now. I cannot miss this. Scalds, we live. What a freaking blessing. We hit the Leech Seed. Gastrodon's at full. Still have an Earthquake left. So I go Gastrodon here. He goes Greninja. There's nothing he can lock himself into. So if he goes Dark Pulse and he Dark Pulses down my Gastrodon, then I get to bring in my Scizor and win the game. Ice Beam might kill this though. So Greninja. And it would be nice just to have my Earthquake just in case. Versus Gastrodon. OU specially defensive. Ice Beam will do. Ice Beam does enough. Ice Beam does enough. So I'm going to Ice Beam. U-turns out. So as soon as his Greninja comes back in, he loses. Well, he doesn't lose. As soon as his Greninja comes back in, it's dead. So I don't have to keep anything that checks the Greninja anymore. I'm now free to go into my Pelipper, recover with Roost with that. So it's essentially everybody versus Toxapex. So as long as all my toxic things, and as long as my Ferrothorn doesn't miss his Leech Seed, I have to wait until after the Greninja gets sacked for Ferrothorn to come in and Leech Seed. But this might be my first game to ever go to 200 turns. If I can Scald this is also really good. So, burn this is what I meant to say. So, I'm going to U-turn into Gastrodon because I don't want my timer going down too much. My what's it called? My toxic timer. My toxic timer. So we only have 3 more Ice Beams. So I want to get out my Pelipper again, and I want to Roost with my Pelipper. I can't use my Leech Seed just yet because he still has his Greninja, so he would still be able to get rid of the Leech Seed, and I feel like that's my best way to win this. So roost twice, and then I could stay out right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a Scald Burn right now. One more turn. Unfortunately, we do not get it. You turn out into Gastrodon and recover. If you stayed this long, like, God bless you. Because this is... But, like, this is the kind of match, like, you have to know your game plan. You have to know your game plan, and you have to know how you win at the end of this. So, you have to keep in mind all those things. Yeah, I can start cursing a little bit now, I guess. Get him to use a couple hazes. Waste his PP. How many he has 8 Scalds left. So if I can get him to use all 8 Scalds, then Scizor will win the game. But like, to do these things, I need Greninja to switch in so that he can't switch out and get the whatever, get the Leech Seed off. If I want Gastrodon to win the game, well, wait, I don't know. I don't know if this is making sense. So I'm gonna go for some Scald Burns. Please burn, please burn. Oh my gosh, please just burn him. I'm gonna go Gastrodon. Please scald me. Unfortunately, doesn't scald. I will recover. Hazes. I go back into Pelipper. I get my Roosts back up. Hazes. I Roost on this. I'm 95% sure though we win this game. I don't know, like, as long as I don't do something really risky and stupid, we should win this game every time. So Roost. He pretty much is never forced to use Scald until Scizor comes out. So please burn, please burn, please burn. When will I get a burn? This guy, this freaking lucky dog gets everything, I swear. I know he's gonna dodge my Leech Seed. Okay, Ice Beam, freeze. We only have one Ice Beam left, but honestly, it doesn't matter too much. Gastrodon is almost out of PP. Pelipper comes out and Roosts. Skip that, Roost. Get that PP or HP back up. Yes, use those Scalds. Use all your Scalds. As soon as he runs out of those Scalds, we win. I will... Or if we get a Scald Burn, like, that makes everything so much quicker. Because, like, if I'm not getting Scald Burns, I knew this was going to go to 200 turns. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I have to go to bed too. I got work tomorrow morning. I was recording this live at like 8:30. I was like, oh yeah, I'll be good to take like a 30-minute live, go to bed, and be a-okay. But no, we just have to fight just the most annoying stuff out here. I have to be careful about my recovers as well. Gonna go back into Pelipper. I might have to start throwing Scizor into the mix, but that's a little bit risky. Please get the burn. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I needed that. I needed the burn so bad, and it just wasn't coming to me. If I had some regenerator mons, this would be so much easier. Unfortunately, Torn left us. I said unfortunately twice in one sentence. Please. How many recover? It has 8 recovers left. I'll curse. I'll curse again. He's gonna keep hazing. How much does Gastrodon's Earthquake do to Toxic Pex? It's a physically defensive Pex, I think. Because how much my Dark Pulse did earlier. You just have to make sure the Toxic doesn't rack up too much. Go Pelipper. Use some Roosts with Pelipper. He should be recovering soon. So we roost up. We only have 4 roosts left. Now we only have 3 roosts left, which is frustrating. So after this, we only have 2 roosts left with Pelipper, but we can start going Scizor. And hopefully, if I go Scizor, I can start baiting out Scalds into my Gastrodon. So you turn into Gastrodon. Definitely don't go Scizor in this play in case he does Scald. That could kill me. Hazes. I recover. I only have 5 recovers left, so I should have been being more smart about my recovers. Like, I shouldn't be recovering when I have 70 HP left. What am I at? Scizor can take 2 rounds of rocks without dying. So I'll go Scizor, and I will U-turn out, and he can live another round of rocks, so not too worried about that. I kind of wanted to roost, but I didn't want to get stuck with a burn if I ended up getting really unlucky. So I Ice Beam this, and soon my Gastrodon is out of PP actually. I'm out of Ice Beam PP. I curse. I can't bring Scizor in right now because as soon as I bring my Scizor in, I have to roost. Well, I guess I could bring in Scizor and roost this play. I don't want to choke though. And make a mistake. I can go Pelipper. Whew. This is a long match. Like the craziest match I have had to play. Freaking Haze has way too many PP. I can roost on this, go into Gastrodon. I should have tried to get a burn on this earlier too. That would have been really helpful. I'm gonna curse once and then I'll roost. Recover now so that I get that most HP back. Let's get it going, dude. Wabane, let me see it. Switch into your Greninja. Switch out. Use your regenerator. Use regenerator. Just go ahead and switch out. Do it. Go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go Pelipper to reset my timer. I only have one roost left on Pelipper, so I'm actually gonna save it. I'm gonna U-turn out right now into my Gastrodon. So he recovers. He only has 4 recovers left, but I don't have moves that would really hurt him. Yeah, I should win this with my Scizor pretty easily, even if I do get burned. I'm gonna Earthquake. I'm using the Earthquake. There it goes. Earthquake down the drain. 37%. It wasn't even that much. I don't want to recover quite yet, so I'm gonna go and do Pelipper. And then with Pelipper, I will U-turn into Gastrodon, I think. No, I think I should Roost and then U-turn. And then after that, I just start losing my Pelipper. This guy has 5 hazes left. He has 11 PP. Wait, no, not 11. He has 15 PP. Oh my god. I can't even count anymore. We're on turn 224. Oh my god. This is the longest live I've ever made. And it's all because freaking just, I don't know. Dude, you lose. Quit the game. Forfeit. Let go of it. You don't need to finish this. We know how it ends. You run out of PP and then Scizor wins. Yeah, so there goes 4th recover. I can Roost once and then start Scalding, I guess. Scald. I've never in my life had to play a game this long. Oh my gosh. Turn 226. Oh. How many? Gastrodon has 3 recovers left, so I'm going to U-turn into Gastrodon. So I would say I should save recovers with Gastrodon, but recover is literally my only move left. If Haze didn't have so much PP, like if Haze was a 16 PP move or something, this would have been over turns and turns and turns ago. But Haze has freaking like 48 or something. Yeah, Haze has 48 PP. So you can just Haze for days. So recover. Switch in Pelipper. Pelipper does not die to Toxic unless he Scalds this turn. So with a burn and with this Scald, should I U-turn? Yeah, I think I'll U-turn into Gastrodon. Which will save a little bit of recovers, I guess. It'll save like 1 recover. So now we bring out Scizor and start roosting. He still has 5 Scalds, but like even if he burns me, my Scizor can waste his PP enough to where I win the stall war. So thankfully we don't get burned there, but at this point I don't know how much it matters. Yeah, he has 6 PP left. I can just roost and win this game. GG, homie. GG. Offensive GG I just dropped there. Because Scizor might have won this game a while ago, but I don't have that many recovers. Or roosts. So I didn't want to risk that, you know? So... one more recover and then we're good. He can't even haze away my Swords Dances anymore. So I Swords Dance up again. All out of recovers. And it looks like Mega Scizor wins it again. And he quits. 239 turns later. I need to go to sleep. Everybody, this live is over. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.